With the recent late April news that Norway has joined the Royal Navies of the UK, Canada and Australia in the Global Combat Ship Partnership, we thought it would be a great time to go over the history of this arrangement as well as its current status. So, let's get started. So, yes, already being a customer of the Type 26 frigate, Norway has officially signed the Global Combat Ship User Group Charter and joins the UK, Australia and Canada. And while Canada has officially designated its global combat ships as destroyers, we'll mostly use the term frigate throughout this video. But with that out of the way, what is this program all about and where did it begin? Well, according to UK Defence Journal, the Global Combat Ship, which we'll mostly call GCS from here on out, began under the name Future Surface Combatant or FSC program in 1998. The goal of FSC was to find replacements for the UK's Type 22 and Type 23 frigates, and it said that initial concepts included various designs such as a trimaran hull. However, by 2010, focus shifted to a more conventional and flexible design, and it was around this time that the program would be rebranded to be the Global Combat Ship Program. The goal of replacing the UK's older frigates remained, and in March 2010, BAE Systems maritime naval ships received a £127 million contract to develop a new class of warship. In 2015, the design known as Type 26 would pass Main Gate 1, a step which includes Ministry of Defence approval of the basic ship design and authorisation to transition to detailed design work. UK Defence Journal goes on to explain that the contract to manufacture the first 3 ships was awarded to BAE Systems on July 2, 2017, and the steel cutting for the first vessel, HMS Glasgow, took place weeks later on July 20th. Before getting to the details of each participating navy, it's important to understand the key common aspects of GCS. And so, the Global Combat Ship was designed to be capable of undertaking a wide range of roles, from high-intensity conflict to humanitarian assistance. The frigate was also designed to be capable of operating independently or as a key asset within a task group. BAE Systems explains that all variants, regardless of the operating nation, will share a common acoustically quiet hull and will take full advantage of modular design and open systems architecture to facilitate through-life support and upgrades as new technology develops. This is to ensure that GCS is somewhat future-proofed and offers an adaptable design to meet individual country needs. The company adds that there will be sufficient commonality retained to create opportunities for sharing training, operational experience, and shipbuilding skills, each of which offers enormous value in bringing friendly maritime nations together. In terms of missions capability, the versatility of roles is enabled by an integrated mission bay and hangar, capable of supporting multiple helicopters, UUVs, boats, mission loads, and disaster relief stores. Additionally, a launcher can be provided for fixed-wing UAV operation, and the flight deck is capable of landing a Chinook helicopter for transport of embarked forces. And so, getting to each participating country, we've already covered a bit of the UK's background, but to continue the story, the Type 26 in the Royal Navy will be known as the City class and will see 8 ships built. The official Royal Navy webpage of the program says the first 3, HMS Glasgow, Cardiff and Belfast, are expected to enter the fleet before 2030. A further 5 ships, HMS Birmingham, Sheffield, Newcastle, Edinburgh and London, will join after 2030. More recent news has seen confirmation that the UK will give up some of its slots so that Norway can have its first ship sooner, and so this arrangement is likely to alter the UK's plans a little, but we'll discuss that in more detail later on. But moving over to Australia, it was in June 2018 that the nation's government announced that BAE Systems was the preferred tenderer for the C5000 program to deliver 9 future frigates for the Royal Australian Navy. Said to be the largest ever surface ship project in Australia's defence history, the program was reduced to 6 ships in 2024. Known as Hunter-class frigates for the Royal Australian Navy, construction officially began with a first steel cut in June 2024 at the BAE Systems Maritime Australia facility in South Australia's Osborne Naval Shipyard. The first 3 of these Hunter-class frigates are named after major Australian regions and explorers: HMAS Hunter, HMAS Flinders, and HMAS Tasman. NavalToday.com stated in late 2025 that deliveries are scheduled for the 2030s. And then when it comes to the Type 26 for Canada, the nation chose the BAE Systems design for its Canadian Surface Combatant program, with an order for a whopping 15 ships in February 2019. Known as the River-class destroyer for the Royal Canadian Navy, the ships will be built under a subcontract from Lockheed Martin Canada, while Irving Shipbuilding is the nominated shipbuilder. The first 3 ships will be named HMCS Fraser, HMCS Saint Laurent, and HMCS Mackenzie, after Canada's most important waterways that reach the Pacific, Atlantic, and Arctic Oceans. On April 25, 2025, full-rate production on the first River-class destroyer began, and first delivery is slated for the early 2030s. Finally, with regards to Canada, the destroyer designation assigned by the nation's Department of National Defence was determined based on capabilities and its likely employment, with a spokesperson saying, "As a powerful and multifunctional ship, the River-class warship is by definition a destroyer, a fast, maneuverable anti-aircraft and anti-submarine long-endurance warship which can escort larger vessels in a fleet, convoy, or carrier battle group and defend them against a wide range of general threats." And finally, we reach Norway, the latest country to join the group. In August 2025, the Norwegian government announced its intent to procure at least 5 Type 26 frigates as part of a strategic defence partnership with the UK. As mentioned earlier, the UK will give up some of its slots to Norway so that the Royal Norwegian Navy can get their first ship sooner. This seems to have been part of the deal, but some UK media outlets, appearing to have a political bias, have tried to paint it as a decision that will weaken the Navy, without acknowledging the benefits of shared capability. Indeed, these frigates, whether operated by the UK or Norway, are meant to be fully interoperable, as the 2 navies work closely with one another in the same waters. As explained by the UK's Defence Minister, the Royal Navy and Norwegian ships would operate as a, quote, truly interoperable, interchangeable force, adding, "The only difference between a Royal Navy Type 26 and a Norwegian Type 26 will be the language on the signs. That interchangeability is at the heart of the new defence agreement that we have signed with Norway." And so, without any Norway-specific steel-cutting ceremony, the country's first Type 26 has technically already begun construction. According to NavalTechnology.com, the first of Norway's Type 26 frigates is due in service by 2029 or 2030, and so this indicates that the current Ship 3 of the program, HMS Belfast, could be one of the slots transferred from the UK. At the time of making this video, it's our understanding that no names have been announced for Norway's vessels. And so, getting back to the most recent news, it's no surprise that several months after purchasing the Type 26, the Royal Norwegian Navy was officially welcomed onto the GCS team, a team which is overseeing the development, construction, and operation of the common class of up to 34 warships. The group convenes regularly to discuss progress with the multi-billion pound/euro/dollar endeavour, spanning everything from construction to the training of crews and ultimately frontline operations. Again, a total of 34 ships are planned to be constructed, with each vessel following a fundamental design, but with some different sensors/combat systems/weaponry fitted to the Australian and Canadian variants, earning it the tag 3 programs, 4 nations. And so that's our summary of the background and progress of the Global Combat Ship program. It's massive, it's ambitious, and it's simply great to see either full interoperability like between UK and Norway, or partial commonality between all 4 nations. So what do you think of GCS? Let us know by leaving a comment. If you're still watching, it likely means you're really interested in this program. Be sure to subscribe, as we'll make a follow-up video comparing the different configurations of each country's Type 26 frigates.